Concord was a mistake? Okay, listen. I have never played Concord before in my entire life, but was it actually that bad? I heard that like a lot of I have heard a lot of things in regards to the game, like it took a bit to make, but I have never actually like played the game. So okay, Concord was a 2024 multiplayer first-person hero shooter game, released on August 23rd. It took 8 years to develop it. 8. It took 8 years to develop it, only for it to get deleted in the shortest amount of time. That's wild. On October 29th, Sony announced the closure of Firewalk Studios and halt the game's development. Okay, so it was released August 23rd and it closed on October 29th. That's basically we know. The game experienced unprecedentedly low sales for a project of its size and was shut down on September 6th. So it didn't even shut down in October, it shut down in September! August 23rd to September 6th is wild! Was it that bad? The graphics don't look horrible. Okay, so Metacritic gave it a 62 out of 100. OpenCritic gave 22%! iTrend gave it a 7 out of 10. It's not that bad, right? Upon release, the game failed to exceed 700 simultaneous players on the Steam platform. Bro, it couldn't even hit 700 players at the same time? Isn't that worse than the Jujutsu Kaisen game? And here I was thinking Jujutsu Kaisen game was bad. Wait, Jujutsu Kaisen Steam game simultaneous players? What was the maximum simultaneous? Okay, so Jujutsu Kaisen, the game I requested for a refund ASAP because it was so trash, had a peak of 5,243 players 15 months ago. And there's 8 players on right now even. At a certain point within the past 24 hours, there were 26 players playing it. But you're saying this Concord game couldn't even beat that? Concord had 697 when even Jujutsu Kaisen hit 5,000? That is wild to me. Cause Jujutsu Kaisen, the game, was probably the worst game I have ever played in my entire life. Even Cookie Clicker was more fun. At least I have a goal in Cookie Clicker. At least I know what I'm doing in Cookie Clicker and what I like. I am motivated to keep on clicking in order to get rewards and like unlock more things in Cookie Clicker. But Jujutsu Kaisen, there was literally nothing going on. It was so bad. I've never refunded a game that fast other than Meme Hunters. And what you're telling me is Concord is worse. Because Jujutsu Kaisen at least hit over 1,000. Over 5,000. But Concord only hit 697. But why? Were the prices bad? Was the price disgusting? Is that why? Okay. Yes, there were quote-unquote husbandos in Jujutsu Kaisen. But literally, people aren't playing that stupid game in order to look at the husbandos. The actual gameplay was literal trash. There was even if there was a story mode, it was also trash. It just wasn't good. Concord was $40. How much was Jujutsu Kaisen again? I don't remember how expensive Jujutsu Kaisen is. Okay, so the Jujutsu Kaisen game costed $60, my guys. Jujutsu Kaisen game costed $60 and hit 5,000 peak players in its lifetime. But Concord, you're saying it was cheaper? Concord was $40, so it was $20 cheaper than Jujutsu Kaisen, but it did even worse? Okay, hold up. Hold up. How are the graphics though? Is this... What is this? The graphics are not very... Okay, wait, how do I show it to everyone? I want to show this picture, but I don't know how to show this picture. How do I show this picture? Why isn't it saving? Please save. Okay. Why isn't it saving? Give me a second. I got this. I got this. I know what I'm doing. Okay, so this is what Concord, the game, looked like. This is a screenshot from the actual game. You're telling me this took 8 years to make? How does that take 8 years to make? How does that take 8 years to make? Bro, no wonder it couldn't even hit 1,000 viewers. Or 1,000 peak player base. Like, what were they doing for that 8 years? What were they doing for those 8 years? I'm looking at the characters. I mean, I guess the character design isn't the best. I've seen worse though, but still, the game UI and everything doesn't look too hot. It doesn't look that great. I have a hard time believing that this is a game that was released in 2024 and costed $40 and took 8 years to make. They were learning to code. My guy. Pal World literally did a better job in making a game. With people who were literally learning as well. Bro. I would rather play Roller Coaster Tycoon. I would rather play a game that's fully made on assembly. No! Do not RIP to Pal World, please! Please! Uruka will cry! That's all she has! Pal World is all she has! You can't take that away from her! Please have mercy on her! I remember no life in Pal World very hard as well, so RIP. Click that! Hit that like and
hit that bell! Subscribe! Hit the bell! Go into the bell settings and then hit for every post. Yeah.
Yeah,
that. Man. Back in the day,
I don't know, there's too
you
many
would get it all the time.